about English,
Korean
literature, and language.
I'm Cheyora, and my major is Korean language and literature.
I'm Ha Haeji. My major is English, literature, and language.
I'm Lu Yuye. My major is English, Korean language.
First, she'll introduce.
Now I will introduce about the Korean history. At the first, Korean people, they don't have, although they can talk to each other, but they don't have their own word about writing. So it's so difficult, it's so inconvenient for life. So they want to make their own word about Korea. So and before this, they use the Chinese. So they get two idea about how to make their own word. The first idea is they use the Chinese pronouns. For example, in the Chinese, they read gu, and in Korea, they read gu. The two words have the same pronouns, and the two ideas they use the Chinese meaning. Both over the two words they have the same meaning about water. So about the water, and about 1443, they make the Korea word look like this. It's a little same. It's a little same in the word, and we use it instead. So time. I will introduce about the Korean language, who is the most famous about making Korean language. His name is Sejong Daewon. She was the first king in Korea, and she was born in 1397 and died in 1450. And when she was about 22, she became the king. I think she is so clever. She have two brothers, but they don't want to be a king, so she to be a king. And about 30, about 1403, she make the one word, the Korean word. For the people, because in that time only the rich people can writing because they have money and time to speak Chinese, and the people they don't have money and time to speak to learn Chinese, so they can writing. And for these poor people, they make the Korean language. I think she is so kind. So she is also he is very famous in today.
Now I will speak what I learned in Department of Korean Language and Literature. The thing I learned in major are divided into three sections. They are Korean linguistics and classical literature and current literature. First, in Korean linguistics, we learn structure and characteristic of Korean. Second, we appreciate and criticize the literature. Through classical literature, we learn the wisdom of ancestors, and through current literature, we learn the situation of modern men. Due to this, we gain ethnic pride about our language.
Next, I would like to introduce our English literature and language. First is history. As it was the beginning of English American history, American literature was the extension of English literature. A long time ago, um, long time ago, there was just an oral tradition of native songs and stories. But nowadays, American literature is bright in the world because of its quality and quantity and diversity and modernity. It was first time Englishmen came to America. Um, in 1607, the group of immigrants of Captain Smith came ashore to Virginia, and 1620 ship came ashore to North New England, Plymouth. There are some writings about letters that noticed America's situation and life records about immigrants and diary of Puritans. Next, I would like to introduce some famous people in my major. First, Nathaniel Hawthorne lived difficult as a writer. He was the first American writer of psychological fiction. His famous writings are The Scarlet Letter and The Young Big Man Brown. And next, Ralph Waldo Emerson contributed more than found by to national consciousness. He created new philosophy, transcendentalism. His famous writings are Nature and Self-Reliance. Next, Edgar Allan Poe was very creative but unlucky man. He created new modern short stories and detective stories. His famous writings are The Black Cat and the Raven. Next, Washington Irving. He is he was the big daddy of American literature. He has had some writing names such as Jonathan Oldstyles. His famous writings are Rip and Winkle and Tales of Travelers. And in my major, we learn these subjects. First, Introduction to English Linguistics. We learn English as a language and English grammar. We learned a range of words and how to make sentence correctly. And English literature and mystical imagination. We learn from myths in old stories in American and English literature. And Introduction to American literature, we learn from American literature and writers, as I mentioned earlier. And the 19th century American novel, we read from books such as Adventure of Huckleberry Finn and Jane Eyre or Wuthering Heights, and talk about and debate about these books.
So far, we introduced about two major in previous contents. So I will speak similarities and differences about two major. I will start from the common ground of the Korean language literature and English language literature. First, we have similar occupational clusters. We can have many jobs, for example, teacher, professor, scholar, translator, or journalist, not just linguistic studies. Second, both major is respective linguistic science. And third, both major belong to humanities department. Humanities mean is studying intended to provide a general knowledge and intellectual skills. Finally, I tell you differences about major. First, Korean language literature learn to native language. mother tongue. And English language literature learn to foreign language. Second, Korean grammar is SOV. This mean that the sentence is from that object is in front of the verb. And English grammar is SVO. This sentence is from that object is both behind the sentence. Third, Korean is usually used. In Korea, but English can be talked to official language.
Thank you for listening.